Welcome to today's live. So, today we're going to be talking about self-sabotage in business. So, let me know where you are all joining me from today. So, today we're going to be talking about clearing self-sabotage in business. So, a couple of things I want to say. Often when your business is not going the way you would like it to go, or you have an idea in regards to business, but yet you're not taking action, it's often because you have an unconscious agenda to fail, or you are sabotaging yourself for different reasons. So our unconscious mind is really powerful, and it can be used as a positive force or it can be used as a destructive force. So often what happens in business and in all areas of our life is we have this conscious desire in regards to what we'd like to create, our vision, yet we have these conflictual energies and belief systems that are opposing it. And when that occurs, often what will happen is your unconscious mind will start to create obstacles for you, or it will manifest as struggle or stuckness. And this is because it's actually trying to protect you. So there are different reasons that you may be sabotaging yourself in business, and I'm going to go over a few of them today. So one is you have an unconscious agenda to fail. Now, if you know how to muscle test, you can muscle test that and see, I have an agenda to fail. And then the next thing to do is ask yourself, why is that? Why do I have an agenda to fail? And some questions that you can ask yourself are, what does success mean to me? See what comes up. What does success look like? Is there any value in not succeeding? This can help you to identify what is going on in your unconscious mind so that you can identify the conflictual energies that are opposing what it is that you would like to create in your business, your vision. So first of all, can we just start to clear out all of those opposing energies? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely? So guys, let me know where you're joining from. So for those of you who just joined, we're talking about how you can have an unconscious agenda to fail in business. And if you have that, you can ask yourself, why is that? So often underlying that, there's actually a belief system, failure protects me. So then you need to ask yourself, what do you believe failure is protecting you from? So let me know what comes up for you guys. Another key piece in regards to why you might be sabotaging yourself is you're actually hiding from something that you believe is going to occur if you have success, or you are hiding something that you do not want people to see. So you're not okay with it. That can be something from your past, it can be something from your present. It might be that you're actually hiding your true self. So you've learned that you're not able to be you in business because you believe you won't be accepted on some level. So what you do is you've created this image persona which you project out. And underlying that, there's a sense of, I'm not good enough, I'm not acceptable as I am. So can we show you that you recognize any personas that you are portraying that are actually out of alignment with your authentic self? And would you like to know what it is to feel safe to actually let that go? And can we start to let those go? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve? Choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So when you have this sense that you need to portray an image in order to succeed, you need to look at, well, what is that? If I were to put a definition on what is that, and then you need to look at, okay, so where am I actually cutting off the aspects of myself that are not in alignment with that, and why? And you need to start to clear that, because essentially what you're doing is you're trying to fit yourself into a box and become that box, and you're using a lot of energy which is your creative life force to do that, to push yourself down, to hide yourself. Whereas if you were to resolve that within you, you could redirect that energy and create something else. So I'm curious to know, how many of you have that? Do you have a belief, I need to be perfect? Is there a tendency for perfectionism? And what is that definition or idea of what you have to be in order to succeed in business? Please pop it in the chat, because it will allow me to go deeper with the clearings. So all of the ways you were actually rejected, hi Abigail, all the ways that you are actually rejected, and you have now learned to reject yourself. Can we start to clear that out? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve? Choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. You know, when we're rejected, we interpret that. So what was the interpretation that you put on the rejection? And what did you decide about you based on that interpretation? Sometimes the rejection is real, sometimes it's perceived. We perceive it through the lens of our past experiences. So can we start to actually let go of what is not even real? It was just a perception. Can we cancel it, resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely? So how much freedom would you gain if you could be you in business? Because you need to have this strong sense of self and belief in yourself, and knowing who you are, and knowing that you are okay, and that is going to contribute to your success. If you do not have that, what you might find is you feel like you need to portray an image. You get worried about what people are going to think about you, what they're going to say about you. That is something that you can't control, and a lot of the time that is not even to do with you, because by being in your presence, it's going to generate feelings, thoughts, and sensations. And often then they project this image onto you, which has nothing to do with you. That is coming from their own unconscious mind and the parts of themselves that they have cut off from, or it's coming from somewhere else, like they're projecting someone else onto you. But then what happens is you try to bend yourself into this box and prove that you're not that, and you make yourself smaller and smaller and smaller. So then you need to go underneath it and say, what's really going on here? So all of that, everything that doesn't allow you to see, know, and perceive that and know how to change it, can we let it go? Can we cancel, resolve, desire, choose which is you from the switch point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely? Someone is saying unlovable and useless. So then ask yourself, where did I learn I was unlovable? Where did I get taught that I was useless? Which of course is not a truth, but that's the wound inside you that is feeding this need for perfectionism. And then part of that, it's like, how do you then try to get people to like you, or prove that you're lovable, or prove that you're valuable? And how many ways are you doing that that's actually doing harm to you? Everything that does not allow you to see, know, and change that, can we let that go? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AW precisely? So one response is at home, narcissistic parent. Okay, so then what did you conclude based on that? So all the ways your past programs from your childhood experience is actually running your business, can we bring in truth and clarity, and can we start to let that go? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AEW precisely? What if you could elevate your business and you could actually run your business from the space of your highest self? So when you run your business from the space of your higher self, you are in tune with your intuition, and it is razor sharp. You can use this information in regards to what to create, what products to create, what services to create. Your intuition can be so strong and fine-tuned that you can actually perceive the future before it occurs. So I'm just going to go back. So hidden agenda, look at my notes, I mean. Hidden agenda is one thing. You may have a hidden agenda to fail. So then you need to ask yourself, why? Why is there a value in failing? So again, I said earlier, there can be an underlying belief. Failure protects me. So what do you feel like it's going to actually protect you from? Then there's this piece about hiding. You know, it can be that you're hiding on some level from success. It can be that you're actually hiding something or a number of different things that you don't want people to see and know. So part of overcoming that is being able and willing to be totally naked in business. That does not mean getting naked physically. Hello, Anil, how are you? That is not getting naked physically. That is about being willing to be transparent. That doesn't mean that you have to be. There is a difference between being willing and feeling like you have to, because if you're willing, what that means is that you're okay with all of these things, and they're no hiding, because the hiding is something then that causes you to hide and stay small and limited. So you have to get okay with whatever that is, so you can actually write a list. So okay, if there was 5 or 10 things that you don't want people to see or know about you, what is that? You don't have to write your list now. Of course, you can feel free if you want, and actually start to work through those and get to the point where you're neutral. You accept, you have understanding, and you have compassion for yourself, whatever that is. So let's bring in those energies so that you understand what it is to really accept yourself, to really have compassion and understanding for everything that you are actually trying to hide, even if it's on an unconscious level, and how to actually make peace of that and give you the steps of what is required in order to work through that, for that to become neutral. Because when you become neutral, what happens is you grow more and more and more and more. If you're not willing to receive something about yourself or from outside, you hide, you make yourself small, and you cut off your capacity to create and generate money. So all of the ways that you are cutting off your capacity to create and generate money, can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose, which is you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. I see. Looking at some comments. So failure is normalized. So in what way is it normalized? And on that note, then I have a question for you. Are you creating what you believe is failure to appease somebody? Which is a bit of a strange question, but it can be an unconscious motivation. That is just something that came up. Okay, someone else says, um, my past programming is sabotaging me from moving forward, not feeling good enough. Okay, so what if you said, I'm not going to allow any past programming to sabotage me. I'm going to choose beyond that, okay? So let's show you how you can choose beyond that, because your programming does not have to be bigger than you. In reality, you are part of source. Your spirit is far more powerful than that. So let's show you that, and let's show you how you can utilize your spirit in your life and your business, and how your spirit can assist you in the creation and generation and the letting go of what is required for you and your business and your future with absolute ease. And let's just let it go. Let's cut a result, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. I see someone else says, I'm being protected from judgment and I'm tired of fighting for truth. Okay, so what is the judgment failure is protecting you from? Okay, I bet a lot of other people have that too. So then the belief would be, failure protects me from judgment. So what is the judgment that you are avoiding? Because in reality, if you actually move beyond that and let go of that fear, clear what's underlying that, actually is going to allow you to grow and receive more ease, more joy, more growth in your business and in your life. So all things in the way of that, let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose for, choose it all from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. The reason that you're unwilling or afraid or hiding from judgment is because the judgment evokes something in you, either consciously or unconsciously. It can be feelings of fear, of panic, of terror. It can be something else. So then you need to look at, okay, what's really going on here? because there's something inside of you that is reacting, or you're resisting, or you agree with the judgment. So you make yourself smaller, you retract, you hide from it. But in reality, you're actually reacting more than likely to something in your past, which the narrative is stored inside you. So can we show you how to let go of the old narratives and how to start to rewrite your story for business success? And let's let go of everything else. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose voice, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AEW, SIC. Okay, so then it's someone says it's like a judgment that I'm unstable. So then where did you learn that before? Another reason you may be sabotaging yourself is because you are trying to protect yourself from some perceived loss that you believe comes with success. So then what is the perceived loss, if you have one, or the negative perceived consequence of success? You know, it can be people tell me, I can't have success and have a family. I can't have success because I'm going to be attacked, I'm going to attract jealousy, all of these things. So, what if you could turn everything that you perceive as a problem into a possibility and use that in your business? Everything in the way of that can be cancelled, resolved, dissolved, choose what you do from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So again, these ideas, I'm going to be attacked, I'm going to attract jealousy, it's probably coming from an old narrative that is written inside you. Your subconscious is really, really powerful, but it is working off of scripts. The scripts primarily come from what has been programmed into you through your past experiences. Now, remember, our unconscious is huge, and there's different levels and there's different layers to it. And there can be stuff that is very hidden. The conscious awareness is really small. It's like 5 or 10%. So we can have all these narratives, all of these scripts that we're actually operating from in our business or not operating from and not taking action because they're running the show. What if you could actually hand your business over to your spirit, your higher self, and your spirit is the one who actually runs your business and runs the show? So can we show you how to do that? And would you like to know how to let go of the old narratives, the old scripts that is actually programming you on some level to destroy your business or your future business? Because that's what the unconscious will do. If it believes by having something it creates a problem, it will create some kind of destruction. Destruction is the opposite of creativity. So and aliveness and life force and power. So all the destruction and all the ways you are unconsciously, or you are perceiving the energy of anyone else's unconscious or from anywhere else that is placing any type of destructive energy on your business. Hi Nisha, let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So again, these ideas, I'm going to attract X, Y, and Z. It's coming from those old scripts. All you have to do is go in, clear them, change them, and rewrite the narrative for success. You know, then if you look at it, you know, some of the things people tell me is, well, I can't have a family, I can't have this and be a success. What if you can? What if there's actually another possibility that you just haven't considered? Because all of these ideas, I can't have this and have that, they are coming off of the old scripts or something that you have observed. There's infinite possibilities available for you in your life, in your business, but you are just not accessing them right now. So anytime you find yourself going to the space of negative, what you can do is you can ask a question. You can ask a question like, how can it be possible for me to run and have a successful business with ease, where I create and generate and put your goal in there and still have a family. What that does is it starts to open up new awarenesses, new insights, and new possibilities that come into your consciousness, so you can actually see, hey, there's other solutions here. You may get an idea, you attract something in. So all the things in the way of you actually being able to see, know, perceive the infinite possibilities that are available in business can be cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So if you have all these negative expectations and negative scripts running in regards to your business and what it is and what it means, how does that feel? Is it heavy or is it light? It seems heavy to me. So you've got all of this heaviness, and then the mind believes, well, this is what business is. So what is it going to do? It is going to resist it, it's going to fight it. So actually, you're not recognizing the power inside of you. On some level, you are, and it's not a conscious thing, it's your programs are the reason, and your past energy, that you're actually not creating what you want. So knowing that, you know that you have a lot of power inside you that you can access and harness and rechannel to whatever it is that you would like. So let's start to release all that heaviness that can go. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose voices you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. Sometimes it is the things that we have from our past or our present that is not allowing there to be space and breathing space and room for your business to grow and thrive. So I'm going to go back to one of the comments here. It was witnessing a mental breakdown and a career loss. Okay, so then what did you decide about yourself? What were the feelings that you had back there? So what the original thing we started here was the fear that people are going to see me as unstable. And I asked, where does that come from? And it's the experience of a breakdown. So all of those old feelings, thoughts, and sensations are still there. And I wonder if you receive judgment from people and if you're still holding on to that. And then I would assume that probably caused you pain and suffering. So to avoid that happening again, you shut yourself down, you make yourself small. So would you first of all like to let go of the feelings, the thoughts, the judgments, and the ideas from there? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose what you do from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS? Would you like to actually recognize what is over, what is in the past? Because sometimes our subconscious gets stuck in something, it gets stuck in a loop. So we want to take you out of this loop and allow you to recognize what is past and what is present, and show you how to reorient yourself to the now and let go of everything else. Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve. Choose voices you from the source point at all levels of your being, AWS. So all past or present pain and suffering that is not allowing you to have the room to grow your business, that is like clutter, that is not allowing, it's like having a house and it's got all this clutter in it and it doesn't allow room for anything else. You have to unpack it and you have to remove it to make space for something else. So let's start to let that go. Let's cancel, resolve, desire, choose voices you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS. And sometimes the suffering and the pain is about the now. So then we need to look at, okay, well, what is going on in my life and what is the power that I have inside of me to change this, and what is the choice that I need to make? So everything in the way of that, we're going to cancel, resolve, desire, choose voices you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS, because there is a direct relationship between your business and your life, okay? So what is going on in your life and what has gone on in your life before, until you remove it, there is this transference and this overlap that occurs, which literally writes the story of your business until you remove it and actively work on it to keep it clear. So let's bring in that truth and show you how to actually rewrite your business story with ease and actually bring in the energetics of fun, of joy, and everything in the way of that. All conflictual energies, patterns, paradigms, projections, feelings, thoughts, ideas, your own or anyone else. Can we let it go? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, transform, you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWSIC? Sometimes when you actually change something in your personal life, your business will grow. How many of you like work, 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 work? And what does that do for you? How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel motivated, or does it make you want to give up? Does it make you feel motivated, or does it make you just feel like you're kind of in this prison? So sometimes we need to inject some joy, fun, and ease into our lives and into our business, and the two affect each other. So everything in the way of you having more joy, more ease, and more of what it is that you desire to create and generate in your personal life, in your business, can we bring in truth and clarity and show you how to create it and all the things in the way of that. Let's cut a result, desire, choose, which is you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWSIC. Let's clear as much transference from your personal life, from your past. Someone is saying family crisis, from your family, from all that energy that is being seeped into your business. Also, you need to look at, okay, so these things like family situations that are going on, whatever else is going on, what does that do to me? What does that evoke in me, and what does that bring up? Then where does that energy go? It goes into your business, and people respond to those vibrational frequencies. Everything that does not allow you to let go of what it is you need to let go of, can we cancel, resolve, desire, which is you from the source point at all levels of your being, AWSIC. So let's also talk a little bit about fun and joy. So fun and joy in business. Fun and joy in business are two of the biggest things that is going to create more for your business. So we need to actually start to look at, do I enjoy my business? What are the elements of my business I do like, what don't I like? Some of the elements that you don't like, it can just be energy and belief systems underneath that just needs to be cleared. Some of it you just may not like it, and you may need to just outsource it. So then you can ask a question: who can actually do this for me better than I can do it for myself? And what will it take for that to show up? So when you ask those questions, it opens up awareness and it opens up pathways. So you need to bring as much lightness, joy, and ease into your business as possible, and this can contribute to that. So all things in the way of that, can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose voices you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWSIC. So all your old feelings or any feelings that you have that is actually keeping you stuck, not allowing you to move forward, keeping you in a state of procrastination or stagnation, can we send healing and clarity and resolution to wherever we need to? And can we just let go of what it is you need to let go of now that doesn't need to be processed? Let's cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So another thing that might come up for you as you say, well, who can do this better than I can do it? So it might be you don't like doing admin, or you don't like doing a certain element, is your mind goes to, well, I don't have the money. But what if that's actually an excuse that your mind tells you because you have a deeper underlying fear that is running the show in your business? So actually, the creation of the lack of money is a convenient creation because it gives you a crutch to lean on and an excuse to not move forward. So how about you maybe look at it that way and see what's really underneath that? So let's bring in clarity and truth, because there are many different things that can show up. Like if you require someone to come and do something for you in business, you can just ask a question and the money will show up, or something will show up to allow that to be created. So let's bring in that truth, and all the excuses and the justifications that you have made about yourself, about your business, would you like to let them go and allow you to see what is really going on here? and how to change that. Let's cast a resolve, desire, choose wishes from the Swiss point on all levels of your being, AWS. Because if things are not going the way that you want, you also need to look at, where am I not invested in this? Where am I not engaged? Am I fully in it? Do I have one foot in, one foot out? So you're not fully committed, and you need to look at why. And sometimes that why is nothing even to do with the business. It's other things in your life that's going on, or things in your past that is sucking your energy. That actually, if you worked on that, you sorted that out and separated that out, it would allow for more ease and space and focus in your business. So let's just bring in that truth and clarity and show you what is it that you actually need to let go of, that if you let go of, would allow your business to skyrocket, and show you how to do that with ease and what choices to make, and all things in the way of that. Can we revoke, renounce, denounce, cause, resolve, dissolve? Choose forces it all from the source point on all levels of your being, AW. So all the old narratives, all the old stories that you're carrying, that you continue to tell yourself about you, about life, about business, that you can let go of now, that if you were to let go of, would allow you to see, know, perceive, and recognize who you truly are, and what you have to offer, and all things in the way of that. Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose, choose from the source point on all levels, AWS precisely. So a lot of the time we have these fears, and that's what's really going on. And underneath that are these scripts. The scripts need to be changed. And what you're not seeing is how having a business can contribute to growth for you, for other people, fun, ease, joy, and possibilities. So you can ask the question, how can my business contribute to growth, ease, joy, possibilities, and fun for me and others, and all the things in the way of that? Revote, renounce, denounce, cause a result, desire, choose, wishes you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So you have to start to look at things in a different way, because part of what's happening here for some people, it's sort of like you're seeing the business through the lens of, I guess, the negative aspects of the mind, which comes based on past experiences and projections. So what if you didn't have to create your business anymore based on the past, or projections, your own or anyone else's? So you can ask the question, how can I create a business based on my higher self? What does my higher self want to birth through me in business, and how can it be easy? And I now choose to let go of the projections, the past experiences, so all things in the way of that. Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose what you do from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely? So what is it that you can gain? So you need to start asking yourself the question, what is it that I can gain? What is the gain about having a business that I'm not seeing, knowing, and perceiving? And that will open up the awareness and the insight. So everything that doesn't allow you to see, know, perceive that, and open up to that, can we let it all go? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose voices you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So again, fun and joy in business is something that I want to come back to. You know, sometimes you might feel bored in business or stuck in business. That's an indication that you're not in touch with your higher self, and you're probably doing business from your mind. So there's two basic ways to do business. We can do it from the space of our mind, which is our unconscious programming, past references that we have based on experiences, or things people have told us, or things people are telling us now, or are projecting in, or energetically injecting in. That's the visual I'm getting as I'm speaking. So all of that, would you like to let it go? Can we cancel, resolve, dissolve, choose what you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So when you do business from that space, you're doing business from the space of limitation. Whereas when you do business from your higher self, your spirit, you do business from a space of possibilities, ease, joy, because there's infinite possibilities for you and your business, and your spirit has a purpose. When you can unlock your spiritual purpose or purposes, and you can actually access your spiritual gifts and utilize those, in your business, you're not going to believe what you can create. So can we align you with that truth and start to let go of everything else? Cause resolve, dissolve. Choose what you do from the Swiss point on all levels, AWSIC. So the mind might say, I can't do this because, and then it will tell you the stories and the reasons why. And under their justifications and their excuses, and underneath all of that are these fears and programs, etc. The higher self would say, how can I do it? What will it take for this to show up? What will it take for the resources to show up? You know, you might be bored in business, and mind might say, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay? The higher self might say, what is it that I can do with that is fun, that is joy, that is easy, that is aligned with my spiritual gifts and purpose? And how can I create that? And what will it take for all of the resources, the tools, and everything that is required to create and generate, to show up with absolute ease? And when you do that, you're actually engaging with the law of asking you shall receive, and it starts to open up pathways and possibilities. So all things in the way of that, we're going to revoke, renounce, denounce, cause resolve, dissolve, choose, which is you from the source point on all levels, AWS precisely. You know, we also, when you're operating from the mind, the brain in business, it's not a bad thing to use your brain, but when you're solely operating from the space of like brain and mind, what you're going to find is that you're operating from a space of like needing to calculate things all of the time and choosing based on probability, not based on intuition. You're going to operate based on the logical. I should do this next in my business because it's logical, whereas the higher self will do things in a rational way. So mind is rational, higher self is irrational, and you're going beyond the rational mind, and you're actually asking the questions and tapping into the wisdom of your higher self, tapping into the spiritual help that will assist you in the creation and growth of your business. And how much fulfillment will that bring you? So let's bring in that truth and everything in the way of that. Because result is our truth, which is you from the source point on all levels, AWS precisely. So another question can be is, what can I create and generate in my business that is fun? How can I create and generate it? And who can assist me? Assist me. Because sometimes what happens is you get all these ideas, but you don't take action. So you're getting stuck somewhere. It's the beliefs and the programs that are coming up, and you're getting stuck in them. So it's like, well, I don't know how to do it. So, okay, who does know how to do it? Who knows how to do it better than me? What will it take for them to show up? How can they help me to actualize this product, to get this product or service or whatever it is to the finishing point where I can create and generate X, whatever that is for you, whatever your goal is. So all things in the way of that, revoke, renounce, denounce, cause resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the Swiss point on all levels, AWS precisely. So thank you very much for joining. A couple of things I want to say. I really suggest that you practice asking these questions every day for 30 days in regards to your business and see what happens, because massive possibilities will show up. One of the biggest things people do is they start it and they get results and then they just stop. So then you have to ask, why is that? Again, is that a lack of commitment, or what's really going on? Am I committed to myself? Am I committed to the success of my business? Because you also can't just expect to have the success, but you're not committed. You're not taking the small incremental actions that are required. You know, sometimes people are avoiding the action. Again, why is that? What if the action could be easy? Sometimes it's this old energy or the energetics of someone else or the collective that you're tapping into. So it feels like you're in this energetic swamp that you can't get out of. It just needs to be cleared and you just move on. So how can you attune to your highest self and your business, and how can this support you in your business moving forward? Everything in the way of that, revoke, renounce, denounce, cause resolve, dissolve, choose for, choose you from the source point on all levels of your being, AWS precisely. So I also have a course online next week, the 19th and 20th, which is the Energetics of Success. Download your highest self's blueprint for success. This is about getting you into alignment with the energetics of success, looking at what that is, what that means, how to do it, clearing the old conflictual energetics out, clearing the old scripts out. It's about opening you up to what are your gifts, what are your spiritual gifts, how can you utilize them. Again, what if you could see the future before it even happens, and you could choose in business and in life based on that. So this is really about opening up your abilities as well, and really connecting you to your highest self so that you can hear and you can listen. This is about clearing out all those fears, those expectations, those projections that are your own and others that are keeping you stuck, so that you can create beyond all of that. It's about teaching you how to do business in a different way, and you're going to learn tools that you can bring home and add to your business. This is a facilitated clearing course as well. So along with learning the tools, it's going to be constant clearing on what it is the group needs to clear. I'm going to be tuning into that, and you can gain one-on-one facilitation as well if you want, or you can just listen in. It's really up to you. And one-on-one is in a group setting, by the way. If we're unable to attend, do you sell it later as a recording? I'm in the USA, so time is off. So what part of the USA are you in? I don't know how far off it is for you, but I am close to the east at the moment. So Eastern Standard Time, it's 8 a.m. We start at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, guys, if you want to come and you can only attend part of it, you can do that. If you want to join and you just want to catch up on the replay, then you can also do that too. So I'm not too sure what time that is, California. What time is it there now, Colleen? Just checking as well. Probably quicker if you let me know. So, any other questions, guys? All right, so you would be 2 hours behind. Oh, that's 6 a.m., Colleen. 6 a.m. I don't know. It's not too early, but maybe it is for you. But as I said, you can actually come and you can catch up on the replay and actually do parts of it live if you want as well. So that's also a possibility. All right, guys, thank you very, very much. I'm going to share the link of the course in the chat. I hope you guys have a really great weekend. And last thing is, I recommend drinking plenty of water, because it's just going to assist with the release of what you're releasing. Pay attention to any insights or awarenesses that come in. And if you get some regarding your business, I really encourage you to take action. If you know anyone who would benefit from the clearing, please do tag them or share it. Okay, guys, bye for now. You're welcome.